The warning flashed across every comm station in Sector 19E, a violent red glyph pulsing with urgency on every screen from freighters to dreadnoughts. Alert! Terran-class warship detected. Immediate evasive protocols advised. Panic rippled through the fleets of lesser species. A tension no sensor could measure, but every captain felt in the pit of their gut. Some laughed nervously, pretending to be above superstition. But even they started redirecting course. Because there was one unspoken truth in the galaxy. If a Terran warship entered a sector, something terrible was about to happen. Something irreversible. High Lord Admiral Kravith of the Corzette Dominion watched the incoming data stream with narrowed eyes. From the bridge of the dreadnought culling wind, he studied the readings, mass displacement, energy signatures, hull density. It wasn't just a Terran ship. It was one of them. Designation confirmed. His tactical officer rasped. It's the SHS Revenant. Registry, Earth Fleet Black Protocol. No recorded location for the past 17 cycles. Believed decommissioned. Kravitha's mandibles clicked. Then where in the abyss has it been? No one answered. The bridge crew knew better. Humanity's so-called Black Protocol vessels were rumored to disappear into uncharted space. They didn't patrol. They didn't trade. They were called in when Earth wanted problem removed, quietly and forever. No courts. No survivors. And now the Revenant was here. Sector 19, it wasn't just any space. It was a staging ground for the Dominion's offensive into the neutral zones. 6 systems already subjugated. Billions displaced. Earth's name wasn't even on the list of concerned parties. Or so Kravith had assumed. Open wideband channel, Kravith ordered. I want a direct link to the Revenant. Now. Static replied. He bared his fangs. Boost to max output. More silence. Then a voice, crisp and calm, slid into the comms like a blade in the dark. This is Commander Elias Rourke of the SHS Revenant. Dominion forces. Stand down and withdraw from Siloan systems within 1 standard hour. Non-compliance will be interpreted as active hostility toward Earthfleet. That is all. It wasn't a threat. It was a sentence. Kravith laughed. He dares demand we retreat? From conquered territory. He waved a hand. Trace and jam a signal. Target the ship's coordinates. I want every cruiser in this fleet locked on its position and primed to fire. Yes, Admiral. His crew replied, but the edge in their voices betrayed them. 30 Dominion ships spread across the sector swiveled their weapons. Massive plasma rails, torpedo tubes, fusion arc lances. Technology refined through centuries of war, now trained on a single blip on the star chart. And then that blip moved, but not in any way they understood. 1 second the Revenant was floating along at sublight near asteroid Varnex. 3. The next, it was inside the fleet formation. It hadn't traveled. It had arrived. How? The comms officer choked. It bypassed all detection layers. No hyperspace wake. No fold space distortion. It's impossible, someone whispered. On every ship's screen, the Revenant was now clearly visible. A matte black warship, almost ancient in silhouette, its hull scorched with what looked like old burn marks from forgotten wars. No lights, no insignia, just a long, silent shadow drifting between stars. Then the silence shattered. The Revenant's weapons went active, but there was no warning shot, no formality. A blinding pulse erupted from its central railgun, something no Dominion database had ever seen, and a cruiser evaporated. 1 second it existed, the next, only fire and debris spun where it had been. Return fire. Kravith roared. Everything we have. Plasma bolts screamed through space. Torpedoes tracked with hungry algorithms. Beam arrays swept across the black. But the Revenant moved like nothing alive. Each time it tilted, it vanished from targeting systems. Some shots never landed because the ship was already gone. Others detonated mid-flight, jammed or rerouted by signal interference no Dominion tech could counter. Within 5 minutes, 4 more Dominion ships were gone. Not crippled. Gone. Send word to High Command. Kravith barked. Tell them Earth has intervened. They need to. Signal is jammed, Admiral. The Revenant is projecting a field. No transmissions are escaping the system. Then launch everything. I want that thing torn apart. His crew obeyed, but the moment they did, the Revenant spoke again. You have 30 seconds to comply. No. Kravis slammed his fist into the command chair. We are the Corzette Dominion. We do not kneel to Terrans. The Revenant didn't reply. Instead, every Dominion ship powered down. Not just weapons, everything. Engines stalled. Lights flickered. Shields collapsed. Bridge crews screamed, the consoles died in their hands. It was as if the Revenant had reached inside each ship and unplugged it from reality. Kravitha's dreadnought flickered last. He stood in pitch-black silence, lit only by emergency lights, the hum of life support now eerie and weak. The entire fleet floated like corpses in a graveyard. A single message appeared on every Dominion screen in Terran Standard. You were warned. Then the Revenant launched its real weapons. Not missiles, not plasma, but interdiction rods. Solid projectiles accelerated to such speeds they bent space in their wake. One rod hit a Dominion carrier and tore through 9 decks like paper. Another sliced a destroyer in half without even exploding. One by one, ships began breaking apart. Some combusted from within, their reactors destabilized. Others simply vanished, disintegrated at the molecular level, their atoms scattered into the void. Kravith watched as his entire fleet, the greatest the Dominion had assembled in this quadrant, was reduced to ash and data fragments in under 10 minutes. And then the Revenant stopped. No pursuit, no taunting message. Just silence again. Then a private channel opened. Only Kravith could hear it. You were warned. Earth does not desire war. But if you bring it to our doorstep, we will not respond in kind. We will respond in finality. He said nothing. He couldn't. His claws trembled. His ship powerless. His army gone. You invaded neutral space. You ignored the Siloan Accord. You slaughtered civilians who carried Earth's protection seal. That was your choice. This outcome is ours. Kravith found his voice. You didn't give us a chance to surrender. Incorrect. We gave you 1 hour. You fired in 5 minutes. Then the line went dead, and the Revenant turned. Not toward Earth, not toward vengeance. It simply drifted back toward deep space, disappearing as silently as it had come. Later, scavenger drones would find that no Dominion black box had recorded anything after the Revenant appeared. No data, no audio, as if the entire encounter existed outside time. The High Command refused to believe Kravitha's report until the Revenant appeared again, in Sector 23B, then 45J. Each time, only when Earth's interests were endangered. Each time, the result was the same: total annihilation of hostile forces. Some began to whisper that the Revenant wasn't a ship at all, but a punishment, a curse of ancient origin. Others said it was Earth's ultimate weapon, piloted by something no longer human. A ghost ship, a judgment. The galaxy eventually adapted. Treaties were rewritten. Earth's borders expanded unofficially, because no one dared risk another appearance. And above all those rumors, one message remained, carved into the minds of every species. Do not provoke humanity. Do not test their silence. For if the Revenant comes, it does not come to speak. It comes to erase.